That is Eddie Hearn suggesting that Usyk, or should I say Tyson versus Wladimir makes sense now after the Usyk loss. And to see the logic behind that, I can kind of understand that based off the fact that there's nowhere Tyson Fury can go but, up at this point. It's definitely owed to Vlad. I mean, if Vlad wants it, he should have had it when it was on the table. But that was no fault of his own. It was Tyson Fury that, quote unquote, spiraled all out of control, after his upset victory over him, and then he, of course, wasn't able or whatever to fight, what so have you. But, he had cocaine in his system, so he wasn't going to pass a test anyway. But other than that, though, I don't think that would make sense. I think, if anything, should be Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. And for Eddie Hearn to say, it kind of makes sense after that, I think he's pretty much, talking over the possibility of his own fighter getting that fight. See, AJ and Tyson Fury will be a big fight without the belts. And I think what people need to understand is that is the reality of it. They don't need belts. Belts is just something that's an excuse for those guys to fight for something. But the reality is, both of those guys with the names that they have, it doesn't matter. They are still big enough names because they are the reason why the Days of Reckoning, the Ring of Fire, the KO Chaos, and all that stuff, all these different venues, all these Riyadh season events were only big as they were because of the fighters themselves. So they don't need belts to fight. They should just fight. And I guarantee you, like Frank Warren said, that it will definitely sell out Wembley. It will sell out Wembley. Why wouldn't it sell out Wembley? You know what I mean? That would work, and it could work, and for many reasons why it should work. So I don't see why Eddie's even mentioning Vlad versus Tyson. And I know people are probably just asking him that, but, simply stated, I wouldn't be promoting anything or putting any talks, any energy into anything concerning Wladimir and Tyson, especially when I want my fighter AJ to fight Tyson Fury, in Wembley, to break another record. Why not? And then if he can break a record and win a damn fight at the same time, he's winning, and he's winning. Because the money's going to be there, and it's $100 million, 100 million pounds, for both guys. That's what I hear. So Turkey still wants that fight. But also Turkey is interested in different fights for different reasons. And I think he's learning that, hey, some of these fights are not going to happen based on the wins and the losses and the possible upsets that we have received. The Dubois and AJ fight, that's supposed to win all AJ. Then AJ's supposed to be looking for the winner of who won between Usyk and Fury. You see what I mean? But it didn't happen that way. So I think what Turkey's doing, Turkey's indeed, looking at other possible outcomes and matchups just in case those fights don't happen as planned. But Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua should happen, But back to Vlad and Tyson Fury, they could fight. But the thing is, how much, was the rest for Vlad better for him? Because sometimes these fighters, especially athletes like Vlad, they just need rest from that strenuous conditioning training for a fight. So if you take that kind of ease off the body but still stay in shape, like we all know Vlad's done, it could be a good thing for him. Now, that doesn't excuse ring rust, right? But it could probably help him. And a lot of people think that, oh man, he ain't been in the ring a while. Well, it could backfire too, because I still believe in the term overtraining, okay? Because I think overtraining can be, something that could happen to a fighter when you overdo it, okay? So, and then Overtraining and conditioning like that could lead to injuries. See, we all praise Alexander Usyk for the strenuous training that he's done, but understand that shit comes at a price as well, because he's had various injuries and surgeries due to that. Like Artur Beterbiev, those Eastern European cats, they train until they, till they injure themselves at times, because that's how, hard they train. They go hard with that conditioning because they know they need that conditioning to be victorious in battle. Especially on the strengthening and conditioning side. So that may be good for Vlad for that break. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have to go through that. And for Tyson Fury, you ask yourself, what does he really have left? How does he now do in there with some other fighter of skill with a different style, than Alexander Usyk? So, you know what I mean? It would be interesting to see what he could do anyway. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing Tyson back in the ring, to see, how he performs with someone else, to see if he's just not, that hype job like people said he was or whatever, or he still has it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when these fighters start getting beat, the argument would lay upon you, well, maybe he wasn't that good anyway. He just beat Wilder 100 times. So who was Wilder? Someone that he could beat, but can he beat someone else with a challenge? So Vlad and Tyson, in the eyes of Eddie Hearn, they should fight. And it makes sense. You guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn's take on a possible Wladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury fight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!